my hair. It's frizzy. It's a mess. I believe it or not, I brushed it and put it up in the ponytail. Hi, how's everybody doing? Happy Sunday. Let me pop out the participants and say hello to Audrey Abbott, Bella's Patio Garden, Hot Child in the City, Christina, Les Brooks, Hey, Lil Red, Life and More Reloaded, Lynn Marie, Molly Smith, Samoa, Paula, 123, Roberta Cooks, Sarah Emerald, and Yoshi. Hi, how's it going? Now let me just pop out my, whoops, let me just pop things out here. Oh, I had a rough night. And now make sure you're on live chat, not top chat. How's everybody doing? Hey, Avonlea Ann, Carol McKinney, Beth Miller, Life and More. Hey, 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 Yoshi. So, this hair's going to drive me nuts. Even though I just put it up, it's just, I had a rough night. I ate too many grapes. So that's all I'm going to say is I was up and down all night. Hey, Sherry Leach, Beth Miller. Hey, Cindy Trout, Molly Smith, Pearly White, Lauren. Good morning, Lauren. Mwah. Hey, Granny Frammy, Autumn Gypsy, and Pam Kirakides. I'm doing better today. Yesterday wasn't a rough day. Okay, we ended up talking about stuff we don't normally talk about for one simple reason, is I could talk about it without getting intense. So I did, right? But that's not today. That's yesterday. That's not today. Beef barley in the crock and sourdough rising. Well, I made those meatloafs yesterday, and I'm getting ready to put them in the freezer. And I go, "What do you want for supper?" And he goes, "Meatloaf." It's on the table, meatloaf. Give me meatloaf. So I used one of the bigger meatloafs because Briar was here for supper as well. So, hey, from snowy Virginia. Oh, that sounds lovely if I didn't live with it every day. So what's for supper tonight? But meatloaf. I told him, I said, if you want meatloaf tonight, you're going to have to put up with it tomorrow night. He said, I like meatloaf. I said, okay. So meatloaf is in the crock pot, the cooked frozen, because I want to show you how I cook it from frozen. Hey, Tracy Conrad, how are you, darling? So, cab rump roast in oven. Cab. What's a cab rump? What's a cab? Mashed potatoes, spinach, and fried eggs for me. We're having meatloaf, potatoes, carrots, and onion and gravy. Hey, Joyce. Pork chops for dinner here. Hubby is cooking dinner. So anyway, on Saturday, we got, what's today, Sunday? So it must have been Friday. Friday, I got a delivery of a new grow light, a new Sancy grow light. And that review is coming up with coupon codes. Okay. So that's coming up tomorrow. And so's the meatloaf video coming up the next day. It's a lazy Sunday. I had a sleepless night. I had a rough night. Super Bowl pizza and wings. Is it Super Bowl Sunday? Leftover pork roast. Hi, Lady B. I wish I had gotten those pork roasts that were on sale at Super C now, because meat's getting really expensive really quick. And you know what? It's all speculation. I mean, seriously, it's all speculation. Hey, life, how's it going, sweetheart? Where are you going? You just got here. Hands are itching like mad. Holly always does that to me. What are you doing working with Holly? Hey, CFF, just got back from a hike in the snow. Oh, wonderful. Wonderful. It sounds lovely. I just popped on here to say hi. Yesterday seemed to upset a lot of people, so I just wanted to not upset a lot of people, but I kind of turned the apple cart on our normal live stream. So, oh, taking down the wreath. Okay. I bought 3 corned beef briskets while on sale to can. Ooh, ooh. Hi, Jerry Carey. Hi, Jerry Carey. How's it going? I notice you. I'm so glad I stocked up on meat this summer and canned it. Well, I was talking. Stephen, hi, darling. How are you? Thank you for reminding me. How are you today, darling? Are things leveling out in your neck of the woods now? I'm so glad Well, I was talking to Raf, and Winn Dixie has beef brisket on for $2.59 a pound. Wish I had room in the freezer. My freezer's almost empty because I've been canning up all the old. I got pork chops and rice and stuff like that in my freezer. It was fine, Bev. I enjoyed our talk. Meat is outrageously expensive. Well, I was talking to Raf on Messenger today. Wendy! Hey, everybody. Wendy's here. It's been a minute. Missed your smiling face. Hi, Trina. Hey, Wendy. How's it going? I was talking to Raf. Oh, you know what? I drove Briar to work this morning. You say it's freezing rain there. I drove Briar to work this morning and I slipped getting in the car, but it wasn't freezing rain yet. It's still just light snow. So never enough time. How are you, darling? So what was I talking about? I'm making chicken cutlets, pan-seared, and breadcrumbs and parm. Prayers for Nana, please. Infected scientist says, oh, honey, do you have a neti pot? Do you have a neti pot? Fill that thing there with warm salt water and just stick it in your nose and turn sideways and it'll phew. It will help, trust me. Warm salt water used from boiled water, not boiling water, boiled water so that there's no bacteria in it. Oh, walking to the car. Yeah, I was getting in I hate driving Howie's car. It's so little. I hate riding in it. It's so little. It puts my back out. Anyway, I was driving Briar to work this morning and I went to get in, and because it's such a small car, my foot went sideways. So my back's a little sore today. Absolutely in our prayers, Nana. Vincent Pellegrino. Oh, yeah, right. Stephen. So how are you doing, Stephen? And how are you doing, Wendy? Bev, but all is okay. Holding my own, working, drama. Yeah, you don't need drama. You just don't need drama. You know what I mean? It's best to walk away from it, especially if it's negative drama. My dogs are using my heating blanket. Vancouver Vixen, nice to see you. I've never seen you before. Any suggestions for canning up oldish steaks? Clearing out the freezer, 2 feet of snow here in Western New York. Grind them. Thaw them out, grind them, roast them, and dry can them for ground meat. Okay? Can somebody give my dry canning ground beef video up here? Why was I put in timeout? I only said meat was expensive. Now listen, folks. This is something that's happening, and it's not my moderators. I've checked. Okay? It is not my moderators. People are getting timed out and booted, and I think it's a glitch in YouTube. In YouTube, I really do. So please, please, please do not blame my moderators. It is a problem across YouTube right now. Nobody is booting you except some weird computer algorithm person thing. It's AI, okay? Hi, Ahmad. How are you? Gonna clean my freezer soon, too. This week it's freezing hard here. Well, I am waiting. Now, Raf and Ron, and I were talking on Messenger this morning, and she's getting some quotes for a half a beef. And we may split it, right? If she can get a half a beef, but I've got to find the money first. So I told her, yes, put out feelers for a half a beef that we can split for a quarter beef. But I'm not going to be able to afford anything until like March, April, the end of March, beginning of April. Is that your timer? It's not mine. Weird things are going. Okay. Can you find that? Oh, I bet you it's the little one on the back of the stove. Or by the, you know what I mean? My little dollar store timer. Weird things have been happening to electronics, as you just noticed. I had a timer go off all by itself. Okay? Earlier this morning, Howie picked up his phone and said hello, and Briar's on the other end going hello. Now their phones simultaneously called each other. I'm sitting listening to them go, no, you called me. No, you called me. Dad, I was sitting here on the tablet and the phone rang all by itself and it was you. And Dad said, Briar, I'm sitting here writing numbers and my phone rang and it was you. So who phoned who? And now we have the timing out and the booting. I think honestly, YouTube has put its own moderators in to control chat. Either that or it's a glitch. If it's YouTube, shame on you. If it's a glitch, fix it. But Mercury is in retrograde, so now is not a good time to buy electronics, okay? Do you have a Facebook PayPal for someone to send money? I have PayPal. It's mrswolfie@gmail.com, always has been. But you don't, I'm not going to say no, but I'm not asking. Okay, we'll be fine. We got things covered until the 1st to 2nd week in March. And then all hell breaks loose, right? But that's a month. I got a month, right? Hyundai Sonata. That's an odd name. You must really like your car. How are you? What if it's Magic? It's not Magic Mike. It's not Magic Mike because I only have him on my reading channel. Working on co-op orders, 6 cases. That's awesome. Yeah, it's just my email address, mrswolfie@gmail.com. That's all it is. Have you heard from J00? I actually talked to J00 a couple of weeks ago. And they're doing okay. I mean, the last I heard, they're just doing the do things to stay alive and survive. That's what else is anybody going to do right now? Right? How do you use leeks? Oh, Chris White, so many wonderful ways. Most of the time I dehydrate them and I put them in soups and stews and as garnishes and things like that. But if you haven't seen my stuffed cabbage, oh, it's like scalloped potatoes with leeks inside a cabbage. It's the most amazing food. It's so good. But I use leeks just like I use onions. I like stir frying them and throwing them like into stir fry vegetables and all kinds of stuff. They're like a mild onion. Hey, Jennifer W. Leek cock-a-leeky soup. Yes, potato leek soup. Leeks are amazing. Hey, you're welcome, darling. Yeah, so now that Steven's here, I keep forgetting. Drama is a pain in the butt. You just got to get rid of it, right? My leeks are looking like grass growing right now. So are mine. They look like blades of grass. And my Spanish onions aren't doing that great. And I only had the 2 packages. And I think now, Stephen, are you still here? I have a gardening question. When you said the onions and leeks are heavy feeders like the celery, do you mean water? Because I'm wondering if I've underwatered my Spanish onions, and that's for the reason I only got like 10 of them. Okay. Please excuse the woman behind the fan. And if you're new here, no, folks, I do not smoke cigarettes. I smoke medication and herbs. That's it. You can use the entire green stems on leeks. You can, but leeks are funny. Okay? Because they're an onion, they grow in a layer up, they grow in layers upwards. And they trap a lot of dirt between the layers. So you want to cut the ends off. You can use as much of the leek as you want, but you want to cut the dried ends off. And then you want to cut the green off in rings or shards or whatever way you want until you get to the thick part where there's nothing loose, like it's really dense. The leek is really dense. Then you cut that sucker lengthwise, spread it open, and then cut it open. Because then when you rinse all the leeks after that, they've been, or you don't have to split it open as long as you cut them in rounds and break them all apart before you rinse them because they get dirt trapped in them. Catherine Morrissey, top of the morning to you. What time is it there? It's the afternoon for you, isn't it? Yes, water and ferts. Okay. And I haven't been able to get my hands on any rutabaga seeds. It's the only seeds I don't have. It's rutabagas. Oh, Ireland. We're going to visit there someday. Howie's bloodlines on his dad's sides comes from Waterford, Ireland. And on his mom's side, it's mostly Welsh. From his grandfather on his mother's side was an orphan who came over on the orphan ships from Wales. A rutabaga, okay, and this is wonderful because when I was reading Little House on the Prairie live yesterday, or Farmer Boy live yesterday, they said, oh, we got all the carrots and potatoes and the turnips and the rutabagas, and they made the distinction between the two. Now, I call rutabagas turnips, but their original name is Swede turnips, and they're not white. They're golden on the inside. And the white globe turnips, they get bitter if you can them. But rutabagas, oh, woofty. I love me rutabagas. Oh yeah, I've been watching Fargo. So I got my Minnesota accent on, eh? I'd love to go to Ireland to lift the legendary stones that are there. That would be something to see. And if you ever do it, CFF, I want pictures. Can I plant potatoes right now? Well, where are you, Ahmad? Where do you live? Potatoes go in the ground as soon as the ground can be worked. Beets, rutabagas, turnips, and potatoes. They all kind of go in as soon as the ground can be worked. And what that means is if you can turn the soil and make it fine and crumbly, it's ready to go. Those vegetables are ready to go in the ground. Where's Margie? Jackie, how are you? It's YouTube. I was just put in timeout for saying thank you. Yeah, please, folks, be patient. Be patient. It's a YouTube glitch. It's a glitch. And we know YouTube's run by a big bloody computer and very few people. So we have to have some patience. You're in South Carolina. Well, if your ground can be worked, I'd be saying you could be planting potatoes right now. Yeah. Marie Dunn, hello. Pam, how's it going? If I manage to go there, I'll take videos as in several. Absolutely. It's 6:48 p.m. here now, Bev. Now, Catherine, did you see my Dublin coddle video and did I do it right? I actually have bangers in the freezer. So I'm going to make a Dublin coddle with those. Well, sure, it may be cold in South Carolina, but if the ground can be worked, you don't go by temperatures when it comes to these root vegetables, potatoes, rutabagas, beets, okay? They are a cold weather vegetable, which means you put them in as soon as the ground can be worked. Talk to the ground, not to the weatherman, right? Open the pod bay doors. For what? What are we opening the pod bay doors for? I get kicked. Oh, okay. Jean, no, that was me, Jean. You go out and you come back in. I took the moderators off right down to like 3 people because I wanted to find out if it was a glitch or if it was a moderator. And by taking it down to 2 or 3 moderators and people are still getting booted, I know it's not my moderators. And I'm going to tell you something else. When my moderator times somebody out or boots somebody, even if it's Magic Mike, it shows up on my chat that, say, Gene Phillips booted so-and-so. It will show on my chat who booted you. If that's not showing, then it's a YouTube glitch. Nobody here is booting or timing out anybody. It's a glitch on the YouTube system. And I'm not the only channel that's suffering it. Furby! There's Furby. You go out and come back in, Furby. I wanted to roast 2 chickens today and forgot to take them out of the freezer. Is there any way to still roast them from frozen? Yeah, throw them in the pot. Throw them in the roasting pan. Slick them all over with butter. Put them in the roasting pan. Put a lid on it or foil and then roast them. And just before they're ready, and they will be juicy, and just before they're ready, you move the thigh. If the thigh wiggles, they're ready. Then you take the foil or lid off and you brown them up, and Bob's your uncle. You've got nice roasted chickens. CFF should be a moderator. Where are you? Jochen? Where are you? Okay, CFF, you go out and come back in. Okay. You're quite welcome. Never enough time. Not often here, so I get it if I wouldn't be one. No, you're back, darling. You're back. Wendy! Live chat! Be on live chat. You should be chatting live chat, not top chat. How are things in Peterborough? How's Bob? How's Kathy? How's the bread making? Good. Oh, don't even get me started on Instapots. I don't have the patience to do one more gadget. Unless it's like, be on live chat. Absolutely. Not often here. Okay, so how many people are getting... Okay, I'm on live chat. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me very much. I know manners. I don't get the Instapot, only just getting the crock pot. Well, we're going to Ottawa tomorrow. And I'm going to see if Value Village is open. I don't think it is because we're still all red zones. But somebody nearby has the crock and the lid. Remember I broke my brand new crock pot and I still have the electric carafe? Well, I need the carafe that goes inside. Somebody has one for sale in Cantley. So I'm hoping we'll take that way tomorrow and pick me up a new carafe. Because that electronic one with the timers and everything, I don't friggin' like it. I don't like it. You can't put it on for any longer than 10 hours. So if you put something on overnight, like to stew, like bones or something, after 10 hours, it goes to keep warm. And it's like, no, you stay on the cook until I tell you to, right? And it's always flashing until you program it for whatever. So it's like, I hate it. And it doesn't heat up fast enough. Bev, Nova Scotia. Is Nova Scotia nearby? I'm planning to go there in a year or two, going to save up for it. Why Nova Scotia? I mean, yeah, those are our maritime provinces. Howie, how far are we from Nova Scotia? Yeah, about 16 hours? Yeah, it's a long drive for us. We've been to New Brunswick. We've been to PEI, but we haven't been to Newfoundland and Labrador, and we haven't been to Nova Scotia, and I have family in Nova Scotia. So I'd actually really like to go, but I don't know. God, it's too far ahead. We're going to be, once Howie is back at work, once our debts are paid off, then we're going to start putting squirreling money away so that we can travel when Howie retires, so that we can go away for the winters. right? And we can putter around here for the summers and grow our own vegetables and fix things and swim in the pool. And then winter, bye-bye. I get my stitches out tomorrow. Hey, Patricia, how are you, darling? Is this for your mouth, honey? How are things, where do we go from here after you get your stitches out, or will we know then? Digging with Deej, how's it going? Yes, to live is to suffer. Absolutely. The way it I fuses the food. Okay, I don't get it. Take the shell with you so you know it will fit. Okay, Bev, take the shell with you so you know it'll fit. I'm not sure what you're talking about. From Michigan, YouTube has been running mostly remotely the last year. That's why. Well, people are getting booted. They're getting booted. I don't know if it's the amount of people in my chat. Yes, then more chemotherapy. Oh man. Well, Patricia, you have the right to say uncle and when. Your body, you're the one who's got to suffer through it. Okay? But we're with you. More chemotherapy. We're with you, darling. You just, crock pot. Okay, what did I miss? Okay, now I got to go back and look. Bad internet is lagging. Oh, right. Take the shell with me so I'll know it'll fit. Duh. Thank you, Furby. Thank you. The chat goes by. So I got booted from moderator and I wasn't even here yesterday. No, Edie, that was me, honey. That was me. I went down to the bare minimum of moderators so I could figure out who was booting. But it's not you guys. It's a glitch in the YouTube system. I'm not the only channel that's suffering it. And as I just explained, when one of my moderators, okay, Furby, I need a volunteer who'll get timed out or timed out for a couple of minutes. Okay? And then I will have, hey, I'd be lost without my crock pot. Have roast in it now. I have a meatloaf and potatoes and stuff in mine. Okay. No, you can't be booted, Patricia. You are a moderator. Do I have a volunteer? Hi, Jatan. Okay. So, I'm late to the party, says Lori. You can time me out. Okay. Patricia or Jean or somebody, time. Thank you. All right. Now, do you see the message? Message deleted by little red white. View deleted message. Okay. Sherry Leach was timed out by cystic fibrosis for 300 seconds. Sherry Leach was timed out. I can see that. But when people were getting booted yesterday, I couldn't see who was doing it. Nobody was booting anybody, not my moderators, right? It's a glitch in the YouTube system, and it's across YouTube. Hey, Helen Burke, how's it going? Never enough time. Hi, Catholic Faith. You can cook frozen meat. Hi, Helen. That's okay. Yeah, they are tweaking for sure. You can cook anything frozen in the crock pot. All right. I did my meatloaf video, my frozen meatloaf videos yesterday, and I got one in the crock pot for supper. And folks, if you order for curbside pickup from any place like Bulk Barn or grocery stores, please check your order. I paid for $28 worth of beef bouillon, beef, MSG free beef soup mix, 2 scoops, it was supposed to be 2 scoops of onion soup mix. And they sent me 1 scoop of each and a bag of, I don't know what it was. I think it was powdered milk, but I threw it out because I didn't know what it was because it wasn't my order. So, is Sherry Leach back? Okay, let's hang on. Let me just, why is this not? All right, it's not going to let me bring her back. Oh, wait. Time to view deleted message. Okay. No, you're in a timeout still. Sorry, honey. I hope you can still watch, though. Time to go. Have to mix up cheesecake. Oh, food porn. You tease and leave. Love cheesecake. I saw something for a pecan pie cheesecake, and I cannot find the recipe, but oh, that looks so decadently. Yeah, I've put on like 10 pounds this winter. Google moderators have been deleting comments in live chat. I've seen it happen right in front of me. There shouldn't be any moderators. I have my own moderators. Do a video on your favorite small kitchen gadgets. Going to hush now, Bev. I love you, Wendy. Give Bob and Kathy my love, okay? Mwah. Hey, Helen Burke, Gloria May. Okay, we'll transfer to my phone then. I am at home quarantined because of COVID-19 exposure at my job. How you feeling? You know what? Just because you were exposed doesn't mean you shouldn't take precautions. So start drinking lots of clear fluids and keeping an eye on your symptoms. But you know what? It's for young, fairly healthy people, it's going to be like a really bad flu. Okay? Unless you're immune compromised or you are, suffering chemo from cancer, or you know what I mean? If your immune system is compromised by AIDS or anything like that, or you're elderly, or you have an upper respiratory infection, or you have a weak respiratory system. These are the people that are at risk. All right. Yeah, I have my own moderators. A stern and fair. Okay. Mwah! I love you too, Wendy. I'm 52 with high blood pressure. Well, that's blood pressure, right? Praying, Lisa. Oh, yeah. Thank you for reminding me. Vitamin C and zinc. There's my CalMag. There's my zinc. And I'm upping my moringa to 2 because it seems to be helping. Bev, look at my comment. I don't see it, Stephen. How long was your comment, darling? Because I don't see it. Either it's way back there, but I don't see a comment from you anywhere, sweetheart. Not since we timed out Jerry Leach. So, calcium, magnesium, and D3, zinc, and vitamin C, and moringa. No, it's never made my stomach upset, the moringa. And I've got a really sensitive stomach. Well, Stephen, thank you. What was the comment, Stephen? Remember, if you're talking in all caps, you only get 100 characters, and that includes punctuation and spacing. If you're talking in regular size, you get 200 characters. But, it's easy to... I have tested negative for it, planning on getting myself tested again later this week. I wouldn't, but that's just me. I'm not going to get tested unless I absolutely have to. Nobody's... And that's enough talk. I think I have a hole in my joint somewhere. I'm curious because the last 2 times, Bev, has the moringa ever made your stomach upset? You could be allergic to it. I'm not. That's all. Our comments being removed. Took it, was ill, then don't take it again. Don't take it again. If your comments are going missing, folks, please repeat them. Try after a meal. I haven't. Yeah, well, I ate at 8 o'clock this morning, so. I just pulled 3 cases of strawberry jam out of HWB. Break time. Absolutely. Do we have any birthdays today? My boys are coming up. Not coming up here. Their birthdays are coming up. Arthur's on the 16th and Briar's on the 20th. Arthur will be 33. Briar will be 28. My babies. Is he driving you crazy yet? There's your answer, Furby. Actually, he went to physiotherapy on Friday. He's going to the physiotherapy on Tuesday. Is it twice a week or 3 times a week they want you, dear? Twice a week. He's going to physiotherapy twice a week. He started on Friday. And then they've got him doing exercises, but they really don't want him to do much until they get his MRI back. So once his MRI, it's getting faxed to the doctor and to the physiotherapist. Then they will have a better idea. But there is confusion about the time, okay? Because as everybody knows, Howie injured himself in the spring in the first wave of the pandemic. And then he injured himself a couple of days before Christmas when the staff, the office staff, his boss and everybody had left for the day. And he wasn't coming in the next day, right? So he booked off, because he booked off Christmas through New Year's, hoping his shoulder would heal because he injured it and nobody was there to report it. So he took it off. It didn't heal. He went to the doctor while he was on holidays, and she said, "Oh yeah, you've done it again. It's never really healed. You need physiotherapy." So as soon as he went back to work after his holiday, he reported the injury that he had had on the 23rd of December. Okay? Now, whether somebody wrote it down incorrectly or whatever at work, I have no idea. But Howie was the next in line to be laid off because he worked through the layoff in the spring. He worked through it. He was the only body man working through the layoff. So it was his turn to be laid off. Now, he reported his injury as soon as he got back. And whether it was taken down properly or the right people were contacted, I have no idea. But then he was laid off, right? So that it was really close together, the reporting of the injury and the layoff. So, of course, Workman's Comp has questions. And because Workman's Comp is 30% higher, the payout, than employment insurance. So what happens is they want to make sure he's not trying to flubber the employment insurance by claiming an injury that didn't happen because they happen so close together. They also want to check the fact that why did they lay him off when he was injured? All right, so they have questions. So it could take another 8 weeks. That's all I'm saying. But he's doing well. He's doing what he can around the house. Like, he is supposed to exercise that arm, but he can't really do anything like this. Okay. But he can, because it's his right arm and he is left-handed, he can unload and load the dishwasher and stuff like that. So he's been helping out with that, but generally he's not really doing anything. It's driving him bug shit. And me too. Little Red White, Bev, cystic fibrosis, fit, Bev, gotta go shower, eat, and make a video before taking antibiotics. Thank you, sweetheart. You take care. And please email me your new channel so that I can subscribe to it and share it. My brother is much better, but he can't go back to work for another week. Well, see, that's the thing, too. With all this weather, if they call him back, doctor says, no. Physiotherapy for 8 weeks or until you're better, right? But it's capped off at 8 weeks. So we don't know what's going on. When timed out, you can hear and watch. Well, there you go. It's got to be driving you both crazy. No, we're really lucky that we get along really well. Yeah, we've snappish at each other a couple of times. But I mean, it is what it is, right? It's an idea of what's going to happen come retirement. But hopefully by then, he'll have a shop built out front so that he can, putter and stay out of my hair all day. Ah, truck. Thank you, Michelle Stark. Hi, darling. Please see my previous comment. I can't, Jaton. I can't. I can't keep scrolling back through looking for comments. If I didn't see it, please repeat it. Okay? No, the truck comes back tomorrow. Tomorrow. Hot damn, it's coming tomorrow. So we're going, that's why I said we're going into Ottawa tomorrow to pick up my truck and hopefully a carafe for the shell of my crock pot because I don't like that black one. Click it. It's saying this page isn't available now. So having a half-dressed Howie walking around the house would drive me crazy. I don't want to talk about it. What I'm not used to is the sound of the TV. Because everybody knows, well, not everybody knows, but I work in my kitchen. I work all around the house, but I don't sit in my power lift chair until I am done work for the day. All right? So I'm not used to waking up to the sound of the TV in the living room. Drives me bug shit. It's very distracting. But, I mean, what else is he going to do, right? It's an adjustment time when they're home all the time for sure. Well, he's not going to be home all the time. He'll be going back to work in 8 weeks. If I have to shove him out the door. If I didn't see your comment, please repeat them. Does Howie's employer have security cameras in the area he was injured? Probably. I mean, nobody's lying, right? It's just a mix-up because they happen so, the layoff and the injury happen so close together with holidays in between. Where, nobody's writing things down properly because it's holidays, right? Dreama Closa, hi, honey. Oh, I get it. My guts are up north for a week. I love my time alone. Everybody used to say, I hate Mondays. I used to love them because he'd go back to work. He'd go to work. And I would have time to record and privacy and peace, not privacy, but peace and quiet to do what I got to do. Yeah, YouTube is, it's because it's February and Mercury is in retrograde. Everything electronic is screwing up. I just had a timer go off that nobody set. Howie and Briar's phones called each other simultaneously when neither one of them was touching the phone. Okay? This kind of stuff is happening. It's just happening. Where's Father Tim? Hey! In your house or in the chat? Hi, Father Tim. Peace be with you. How are you, darling? And because she picked her weed workers comp, told her that was considered work and she was ineligible for workers comp. The thing is with Howie, okay? Try again. I will try again. Hang on. Oh, no, it came back and ooh, nice. All right. Subscribed. And I have rung your bell. You can ring my bell. Okay, never mind. He's at my house. Well, hello, Father Tim. Happy Sunday. This isn't considered work. Okay? I got it. Thank you, honey. And I'm going to share it on Facebook too. Okay? Oh, he's at your house. That's wonderful. So what was I talking about? Right. So my plans for the future haven't changed. But I'm going to say, I wish I had been more prepared. Because I did not see Howie's layoff coming. I did not see him re-injuring himself. Right? Oh, and I mean, as far Howie... that's right. Howie can unload and load the dishwasher with his left hand because he's left-handed. And when he's standing at the sink, it's left-handed, right? Howie is a Red Seal I-8 certified body man. He has been all over Canada and the United States taking training. They can't make him do a job that is lesser than what he is. He is a highly trained technician. And he's not, guys, I'm the secretary, remember? I never wanted the job. So they can't just stick him in an office job or something and say, okay, because you can do this with your left hand, you can do this job. Unless it pays like his job pays, they would have a really hard time finding anything for him to do that is within his pay range. They can't force him to take a job of lesser pay. Go Kansas City Chiefs! Why am I yelling that? No need to push it. Everyone wants to. You know what? No, that's the thing. We share. We share, Johan. We share. Okay? People are going to subscribe just because they want to see your journey with cystic fibrosis and how you remain healthy and fit while suffering cystic fibrosis. It's like, Patricia, you guys are like hope stars for us. You guys show us that if we have the determination and the faith to get better or to work within our illnesses, then we can, right? Don't ever think that you are not a lodestar for hope. Just like Patricia, just like anybody else who comes in here who suffers. But we still manage to put our feet on the floor. No pun intended, Patricia. But we still manage to get up every morning and thank God that we got out of bed. Thank God that we are above ground, right? Anything else is gravy. Okay, Jaton. Okay, what's going on, Jaton? I missed it again, didn't I? Did I miss it again? Can somebody please tell me what's going on with Jaton? Absolutely. Bev, for those who want to, yes, please, but nobody has to be forced to watching me thrive. I'm just speaking for me. And yes, I'm old enough to be your mother, maybe even your grandmother. But nobody's going to force themselves to watch you work out, honey. Trust me. Trust me. You do an amazing job. You are a shining, star of hope, just like our Patricia is. Andrew, hey. Super Bowl Sunday. Okay. You know what? That's one thing I don't miss. Sunday football. When I was growing up, every Sunday. Argos. Like, come on. Right? And then there was the big 1:00 roast beef and Yorkshire pudding and stuff, dinner, and then football. And my room was so tiny that, there was no getting out of the way of anybody in that house. Some people might feel bad when they can't reach a better physique or something. I mean, you know what, though? That's everybody. Oh, excuse me. Everybody is an individual, CFF. Okay? This is what I've been trying to tell people. Okay? God made us perfectly imperfect. But even identical siblings are going to have separate thoughts. Even when they talk at the same time and think at the same time, they're still going to. If you have two identical twins standing side by side looking at exactly the same thing, okay, you're going to get different reactions in their brain. If you put electrodes on, I'm just saying everybody is an individual. All right. And everybody does things differently, but there's nothing wrong in sharing your experience, your strength, and your hope in case there is somebody in your situation who wants to know what you do, right? That's the whole point. That was the whole point of me throwing myself into YouTube like over 11 years ago, okay, is sharing of information. Hello, Bev. Hey, Nina. How's it going? Roberta Cook. Avon Leanne, if they cannot stand, I cannot stand to watch. Hi, Angel. How are you? Bev, need to go back to work. Okay, Stephen, you take care, okay? Steer clear of the drama and feel your feelings, okay? Even if you have to write them down or talk to them, you can email me, but your feelings are yours and they're your right to work through them and express them any way that you can that's healthy, okay? I love you, Stephen. Give my love to Dan. I think it's Dan. Is it Dan? Jatan, her mom is going in for surgery soon. Oh, absolutely. We will keep her on the prayer list for sure. Rob, the Matrix guy. Good afternoon, Mrs. V. No snow in pretty much all of Nova Scotia. Major storm tonight up to 2. That's not 250 centimeters. Up to 50 centimeters. That's a lot. 50 centimeters of snow is like what? 2 feet? 3 feet almost? All right, Rena, you take care, sweetheart. Now, listen, folks, we've been here almost an hour. Jennifer W., I am suffering from liver failure right now and have lost so much muscle mass. I've had to start with 2-pound weights. You would be surprised at the things I watch on YouTube as a teaching tool. Can you get your hands on sunflower lecithin? If you take a teaspoon of sunflower lecithin, organic, non-GMO sunflower lecithin every day, that will help support your liver function. Just saying. Absolutely, honey. Now listen, folks. We are coming up on an hour. And there have been people complaining that my live streams are too long. So I like to keep them to 30 minutes. I like to run them for about an hour, but I've ran over because we had questions. So please excuse me. Now, we're going to watch the numbers of the people drop off. And if you don't want to stay, there's no judgment. There is absolutely no judgment. This is the time of our live stream where we share our energy and we share our light and we push it out to the world to push out the darkness. This is not a religious thing, folks. This is a coming together of faiths, of love-based faiths, sharing our commonalities, not our differences. We're not going to argue about our differences, but we are going to link hearts and link hands, and we are going to share, and we're going to pray for the world and for each other and for our folks that need surgery and our folks that are ill, okay? You do you. However I address, don't take the way I address my higher power as that you understand my higher power, because you don't. I have a personal relationship, a personal one-on-one relationship to the God of my understanding. I don't name my God around other people because it's mine. You do you, okay? So now that we've given everybody time to take off, for all those who care to, please take a nice deep breath. Hey, Great Spirit. Oh, great original Spirit from which my spark comes, from which all sparks come. How's it going, Chief? we come together again today to share our experience, our strength, and our hopes with each other so that we may go forward into the day a little bit wiser and a little bit more comforted. But there's also a lot of people who are ill, or families have illness, or facing surgeries, or facing chemotherapy, or they're isolated, or they live alone, or their family doesn't understand them and they've rejected them, whatever, or you've got addictions. Whatever the case may be, you can turn your face to the light and accept God's grace. So we come together, God, and we link hearts and we link hands and we feel that positive energy thrum through us as we connect. And then we start to shine. And we start to shine hard. And as we shine, God, we lift up all the people that need you so desperately right now, breaking through the clouds of negativity that surround our world today, so that you may smile the sunshine of your love upon these people and pour upon them the balm of peace and love and acceptance. And the rest of us, God, we just want to link and shine. We want to push that shine out, to push back at the darkness, and to let other people who need to be in the light to come closer to God. In this, we pray and we shine. Thank you, God, for teaching me every day to be more patient, more tolerant, more loving of my fellow man. Let me be an instrument of thy peace. Amen. Shalom. Namaste. Peace be with you. Merry meet. Miigwech. Blessed be. Whatever your salutation is, however you greet the higher power of your understanding, whatever name you give, know that you're heard. Because guess what? When one or two of us come together in the name of God, there he is also, right? This is the Mrs. Wolfie from our half-acre homestead saying, I made it in just under an hour. Take care, God bless, and we'll talk to you all soon, all right? I love you guys.